Hey everybody, how are you today? It's your old pal Boise with another daily sobriety vlog. Today is Monday, June 1st, the first day of the month. I've been sober for 14,307 days, 39 years, 3 months and 1 day, and now 470 months total sober. I'm going to talk about communication, but it's kind of funny. I'll just cover it right now. Communication can go two different ways, and this is happiness one day at a time. So obviously, it's going to have positive, happy outcomes or thoughts for you. June 1st, communication. I am here to create links with other people to communicate. Communication involves sending and receiving messages. Through communication, we can overcome loneliness, eliminate confusion, touch others, and build our future, which, yes. And sometimes we have communication that we did not expect to get. Today, I was out and I had this individual say to me that my shirt was gay. And it's kind of funny because I'm like, why are we talking about gay? Why are you communicating that to me? You have to excuse me, I'm coming in to get a coffee. I forgot I started this thing without my coffee. You know how I am. It's the only drug allowed. Cheers. Anyways, it was kind of caught me by surprise. Strange way to have a communication with a stranger, not even someone I know. But I'm the type of person that I'm always engaged with people. And sometimes if I get a real negative vibe, or if they're being a bully, I have no problem wanting to slap them down. But I couldn't figure out why. Here's the reason why. You see it? Planet Hollywood, San Francisco. They had to point out to me that San Francisco is a gay hub. There's gay everywhere. What are you talking about, dude? You're an idiot. And why do you care? And why are you so hell-bent on talking gay to me? And then it dawned on me, because I don't celebrate it, but I don't argue with it. It's Pride Month. And it's kind of funny when they use the word for communication, pride. In other words, if you're not straight and you celebrate this, you are very proud of yourself. You're proud you came out of the closet. You're proud and you're happy with who you are. And just like me being sober, you are being comfortable in your own skin and you're not hiding it. Because oftentimes alcoholics will hide it, just like someone who's gay would have hid their gayness in the 50s and the 60s. You hide it from everybody and you try not to let everybody in on it because you're worried you'll be judged harshly. And when it comes to drugs and alcohol, you probably will be judged harshly by people who don't do it. And the people that do it are like, hey, what's the big deal? Come on with us. Oh, cool. My peeps. So there's a lot of similarity to that. And there's a lot of bigotry to things like that. I always noticed that, all of a sudden, even on Facebook, everyone was, I had a friend of mine, he's got this is how Sodom and Gomorrah started. And it had a pride thing, and then the lightning bolt from God, and the explosion, and then the place got destroyed, and then the wind and the dirt and everything blows towards you, and it's like, oh, so you got an AI video meme of the place being blown up by God because there's gays. Okay. That puts it all to rest, doesn't it? It's that kind of, and when did he do it? 1st of June. It's Pride Month. He's at war with it. He's a heterosexual man, tough guy, biker. He's married. He's got 2 kids, and they're grown, and now they have children, so they're heterosexuals, apparently. And I'm sure he's not going to like that when he hears apparently. Of course they are. They have children. I'm like, hey, there were gay guys in the 50s that had families too that were hiding it because that was the full camouflage to hide it. So there you go. And then someone said something about what was it called? It's a color. It's not maroon, but lavender. Lavender couple, that's what it is. What the hell's a lavender couple? That's when a gay man and a lesbian get together and they try to hide it. I'm like, wow, you guys are still hiding that? So, what, did you check the calendar? But see, because of some of my friends being the way they are, that could be their father or their parents or their grandfather, and that way they're still hiding it from their family, so that way they have the illusion. So, I mean, and it's part of communication. Because of the communication they receive, they decide not to expose themselves to that. And then some people are very proud of it and put it out there. And of course, my friend's a right-winger had lost his mind because why do they even call it pride? What are they proud about? And I said, well, you call your movement pro-life like the other one's against life, for God's sakes. You know, and it's actually a woman's choice, not yours. So, I mean, I took a shower and I dropped a bar of soap. I looked down and went, hey, look at that. Take a look at my junk. I'm not going to have an abortion today. I don't even have to have an abortion. It's not my choice. Now, there was a time where I was like, if you're the man, you have the choice. What? Yeah, I was raised like that. If the husband or the man in the situation said the woman must have the abortion, he trumps her. Pardon that expression. That one's come back to haunt us too, hasn't it? He trumps her, so he should be able to have his say. And when you think about it, as I got sober and started changing some of my ways and all my ways after a while of being raised in such a narrow-minded view. And the funny thing is, the narrow-minded view that I was being exposed to was also reinforced by religion. You don't, some people will scream about you're indoctrinating my children. All children are indoctrinated. That's how they know their last name, where they live, where their religion is, what daddy votes for, what daddy's favorite shows are, what mommy's favorite shows are. You follow them endlessly and mindlessly until you're a teenager, and that's when you start to rebel a little bit. Oftentimes trying to break away because you want to feel like you're an individual and you're no longer just a child. You're a young woman and a young man, and you have your thoughts and you have your feelings and you want to say what you want to say. Not everybody does that, but I broke away and became very rebellious, and that was at the same time that I was enjoying and experimenting drugs and alcohol. And I found no harm in it because the musicians that I idolized did it, and a lot of the songs were drug references. So these songs that I was familiar with the psychedelic music and the era, it was like 10 years later, and all of a sudden then I'm old enough to start experimenting, and I remember these soundtracks, and I used that to enhance my partying. And as far as I was concerned, that was the roadmap to it all. And then, when you're a young man and you're a bit of a fatalist and a partier, because, great songs from the blues that got regurgitated. I'm just 22 and don't mind dying. And those lines come up quick, and Jim Morrison sang that too, and Who Do You Love? And it was an old blues song. And it had like macho images, like I walked 47 miles of barbed wire. I use a cobra snake for a necktie. Brand new chimney with a brand new chimney up made on top. It's made out of human skull. Come on, baby, take a walk with me, darling, and tell me who do you love. And that's real intimidation too, because it's like he's enforcing his power over her. So you can get some of the wrong messages when you're growing up. And then Jim Morrison would say classic lines like the road to the road to excess leads to the palace of wisdom, spoken like a true drunk, an alcoholic, and a drug addict. But those were things that when you're a young man, you hear it and you go, yeah. And I mean, it didn't even end there, because I remember the book came out and I actually read the book, No One Here Gets Out Alive, classic. And cheers. #1 bestseller. They were always talking about making a movie. It took them like 10 years to get around to it after the book. But it was kind of funny too, because I remember they were going to have John Travolta play him because he did Saturday Night Fever and he did Urban Cowboy. And they're like, but John Travolta, and it's going to be a hit movie. Well, the real rock and rollers were like, no way in hell, we don't want John Travolta. That's disco, man, forget it. And eventually it became Val Kilmer, which was a better choice, but it took a while. But there's that certain pride that you wear your music, and it helps you identify yourself, but it also puts everything in categories. Marketers like to do that so that they know how to sell you soap. They have an angle, they have a basic makeup of what you like at your age. We can sell you something. That's the reason why things get divided up. And the reason why marketers do that is they can maximize their sales. But if you think about it, it's also a framework of bigotry. And you see something, you identify it, you recognize it, and if you don't like it, you attack it like you're gay. San Francisco is cool, man. But I mean, I was even in the Chinese area, Chinatown, and that was cool. And the food was good, and the people were wonderful. And oddly enough, the majority of people there were Asian. Go figure. I was at Haight-Ashbury, and that was kind of funny too, me being sober. At the time, I think I was sober like maybe 9 years or something like that, maybe close to 10. And on the corner of Haight-Ashbury, there's used to be one of them used to be a famous head shop where they would sell papers and things, and the hippies would buy their pipes and stuff from there. Anyways, nowadays, it's a Ben & Jerry's, and I'm sober. So here I am back in the late 90s, and there's a picture of me. When I was on the road, we didn't have phones like this where you can just take a selfie. You had a flip phone and you took a picture. They were terrible, and you wouldn't get your whole head in there. I had a 35 millimeter, but even then I could hold it out and I could have a bad angle. And it's like, if I didn't have someone to take a picture with me, and I had Renee, a girl I was working with, I had her take the picture. I'm underneath the sign, Haight-Ashbury. I always carried around, because I couldn't take pictures of myself all the time, this little pink pig that was off our bed that Kim has still. And she calls him LM, little man. And I would take LM with me and take pictures of him in famous places. And I thought, wow, that'd be cool. We can one day make a book out of it, because one group of people took a red couch everywhere and took pictures of this red couch, whether it's in the mountains or in New York City. LM was much easier to carry in my bag. Anyways, he's sitting on the little newspaper stand where they sell the newspapers. I'm leaning on it, giving the peace sign, and I'm just in front of the head shop, which is a Ben & Jerry's, and I just enjoyed a Cherry Garcia, Ben & Jerry's Cherry Garcia ice cream. And that's as close as I got to drugs and rock and roll back in those days, because I was sober. But it was kind of fun because I acknowledged the drug use. I acknowledged the area I was at. To me, it was very historic, and that was my way of communicating that I'm sober and able to celebrate, because a lot of times people think if you're sober, you don't have any more fun. You don't do anything anymore. You're, oh man, what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna stay home and pout and everyone's gonna have a good time. No. Oftentimes when I'm at parties or situations, 8 out of 10 times people say to me, my God, you're sober, right? Yeah, I'm just drinking water. You're having more fun than me. Yeah, go figure. But it's more natural and more real. That's when people say, are you gonna as you get more, as you continue down your sobriety and your journey, and you start accumulating the years of sobriety, people will say, well, what's going to trigger you? And I don't think there is really a trigger. I've lost people that are very close to me, and that was heartbreaking. Cheers to them. Broken relationships, friendships. It's life. It's going to happen. Think about it. It's really rare. I got like 3-4 friends from grade school, and few more from high school. Otherwise, I don't communicate with anyone back then. But now with Facebook, I'm able to join my class. There's a class, Central High School, that I graduated from in my class of 78, and there's a Facebook page. So it's just kind of fun. I'm not exactly an active member, and I live 1,300 miles away, but it's just kind of fun to see people go, oh yeah, I remember you, cool. And I had a friend of mine, Paul, we knew each other in school and had a few classes, and we went to grade school, and junior high school, so we'd known each other for years. And one day he got a hold of me and he congratulated me on my sobriety. I'm like, oh, well, cool, thank you. And turns out he lives in Austin. I live in Houston. I said, well, one day when I go to Austin, I'll have to look you up. So you're in communication with people, and then they look at your pictures, and you look at theirs, and you go, oh, that's your wife, that's your kids, cool. Oh, that's your cat. They say to me, you got cats, yeah. It's just kind of funny. It's and the way people communicate, they'll often say to me, because I guess they probably perceive me as being male, or and if they knew me back then, very macho. I was in martial arts and was kind of a guy's guy. Do the best I could, I guess. I come from a pretty rough and tumble Viking family too, but it's like, I can't believe you have cats. Why not? You're like a dog person, you're a guy, right? And I'm like, yeah, dogs are great too, man, but I like cats because cats are like teenagers. Oh man, who wants a teenager? No, hear me out. You come home at night, your dog's, poor thing's been waiting at the door the whole, wagging his tail, looking out the little side window, waiting for you. Here he comes. You're here, yay, give me some food, yay. You're gonna go sit on the couch, or go to the bathroom, let me follow you to the bathroom. Oh, you're gonna go change, I'll come with you. Oh, you're gonna go sit on the couch now? Okay, let's go watch somebody. Can I sit on the couch? Okay, I'm gonna sit right next to you. Can we watch TV? You're the greatest guy ever. And it's like, cool. I said, unfortunately, a lot of my friends that have dogs like that want their wife to be like that, or their girlfriend to be like that too. My cats are like teenagers. I come home, I get greeted. Yay, daddy's home. Got some treats. Oh, we're getting wet food. Oh, you're the best. Where are you going? The bathroom? All right. One or two will go out and they guard the front door. They guard the door of the bathroom. Cats tend to guard you because they know that when you're in the bathroom, you're in a vulnerable position, and if they do respect and love you, they protect you. It's kind of an interesting thing. So I get bathroom monitors and guards while I'm in the house, but literally by myself, but I feel so safe. And then I change and I go sit on the couch. Hey, I'm gonna sit with you on the couch. And they kind of gather around, and it doesn't take long. And, oh, you're watching YouTube videos? What are you doing, Dad? Yeah, I'm gonna go to my room. They're like teenagers. They say, you're boring old man. They leave you. And you can take your little snack bag and you can shake it. They ain't gonna come if they don't wanna. And if you're there long enough, little head comes around the corner. Meow. Yeah, I'm still here. Oh, cool. And then you're all right. They come back. They're like teenagers, and they come and go. And I tell everyone, it's like, that's the kind of relationship I want. It's more open with each other. You're not under my thumb, and I'm not under your foot. So it's more of an equal footing. And I also say that, cats are just, I'd say it's the perfect thing for a true solid man. And someone will say, here, I got cats, you're gay. Really? I said, cats make a man a real man. How can that be? How would you like to be rejected from something you love 7 to 9 times a day? Dogs don't do that. Cats will do that. So something you love rejects you. So when you're an alcoholic, the fear of rejection, your cats are teaching you that from time to time every day. It's a modern miracle. Cats are communicating with you too. It's just, if you look at things like this and you try to be, look at things in a lighter, more positive way. So June 1st, communication. I am here to create links with other people and to communicate. Communication involves sending and receiving messages. Yeah, we do that all the time, right? Through communication, we can overcome loneliness, eliminate confusion, touch others, and build our future. And through communication, you can have a friend or a stranger be a complete a-hole and say, what are you, gay? Because you're wearing San Francisco. What if I like rice-a-roni? That's San Francisco treat. And then, of course, then you can get real political because, like I was saying, as marketers put things in boxes, so do political people. That's blue, that's a gay thing, that's a liberal thing, that's a radical thing. They're trying to turn everybody gay. No, they're not. Got a lot of people that I know are gay. They're not, hey, you want to come out with us? We're having a conversion this weekend. No, they don't do that. They're trying to indoctor us. No, they're not. Yep, I got cats chasing each other. Hey, I got that new cat. He's a real pip sometimes. Yeah, it's Basil. Hold on a minute. I got to take care of business with these guys. And just like that, I'm back. I got a little spray bottle. You spray him on his butt, and he runs away. Basil's just a young cat. My other cats are mature, so they're not into that. Chase me, I'll chase you. Let's swat each other and play. They very seldom. I think it's kind of cute when I see them, the little mouse toys, and they're playing. My older cats are playing. I'm like, oh wow, you're having a little fun. I don't see that too often. This little guy does it constantly because he's young, and they have that extra energy. So he tries to get it out by chasing the other ones, and the other ones don't want it. So they end up having a slap fight and a hiss fit. They're communicating too. But communication, I mean, it's all around us. Even when we're communicating and the cats interrupt our communication, and I put it on pause and come back, and now we're communicating again. We're always communicating. We're always reaching out to someone. Even when we're not reaching out to someone, we're sending a message. That's why it's like, listen to Rush. They have a great line in one of their songs where it's like, if you haven't made a choice, if you choose not to make a choice, you still have made a choice. If you can't decide between two things, so you decide not to, you still have made a choice. I don't know how to vote Dem. I don't know how to vote Republican. I'm an independent, so I'm not going to vote. You just made a choice. And sometimes you make a choice if you don't even like this other party and they're leading in the polls and you're disappointed. You not voting just gave them a vote by you not voting. It's like a Jedi mind trick. And the funny thing is that I notice politicians and marketers, obviously a lot of them drug addicts and alcoholics, and they learn the framework and the language of sobriety, and they try to rearrange that so they can reach people. People like me that are already sober, people like you that might be just starting off, or maybe your friend you're watching this for your friend and you still do drugs and alcohol, but you haven't been arrested and you don't do damage, so you're just having a good time. Why get on me? They can still reach you through these certain angles. I noticed that that's exactly what they do in Russia. They treat everyone like they're Russia, the Kremlin acts like they're the drunken father, and they will punish and beat anyone who doesn't do exactly what they say, so they learn to do exactly what Papa says. And even when they're losing in Ukraine, they're going to say they're winning. And their oil and their gas is going out of this world price-wise. Well, that sounds familiar, doesn't it, in America? And food is too expensive. Sound familiar, America? Hey, Putin's a good guy, right? Should not be teaming with someone like that, obviously, especially because of what he does to his people. But anyways, I'm not going to make it completely political, but that's what politicians do. They know to do that. They know they can keep people miserable and under their thumb. Here's another fun fact about Russia. In Russia, like an alcoholic, they love their vodka. Moscow, St. Petersburg, good vodka, best vodka in the world. Gasoline, too expensive. Food, too expensive. Aye. But Putin has vodka at a very low level. You can drink as much vodka as you like. See? And if you drink lots of vodka, you're not so hungry no more. No worries. You can't afford to eat. Put on a jacket, drink some vodka. The illusion of drinking keeps you warm when actually you're making your body feel more cold, but you're not aware of it. You just feel the blood vessels moving, so you feel that you're warming yourself when you're actually cooling yourself. But don't worry, that's just science. Don't worry, have another shot of vodka. Then when the world sucks, you have too much vodka, 2-3 shots, you don't feel no pain no more, comrade. You know, that's what alcohol does, Yeah. Cheers. See, people can weaponize your empathy or weaponize your weakness against you and give the illusion that they're your friends. Keep your eyes open for that. Some people might even accuse me of it. Oh, he's just trying to indoctrinate you to get sober. He's up to something. Well, the Temple of Sobriety is doing an outreach program to help other people who are suffering from alcohol. I have people in my past, why listen to him, man? He's just an a-hole. He's just the worst guy ever. Update your files a little bit, would you? I'll admit to all my transgressions, and I'll even talk to you about my transgressions, and I'll even still talk to them as if they're fresh as a daisy. But that is just ridiculous. That is as ridiculous to me as coming up to me wearing a Nixon Now button. I like Ike. Tippy Canoe and Tyler too. Update your files. Unless you want to listen to classic rock like me. That's how I know I'm old, because what used to be rock and roll, they dropped the roll and it became rock. Then all of a sudden I turned around and the younger people were calling it classic rock. Ooh, what, classic? Because when I was young and my elders were listening to music, it was Benny Goodman and the stuff from the World War II era, early Frank Sinatra and Benny Goodman and that kind of stuff. Glenn Miller. And that was called on the radio. They had a special radio station for that. It wasn't called classic rock. It was called The Times of Our Lives. Welcome to The Times of Our Lives and some of the great music, of the greatest music of the 21st century, the Great American Songbook that we all grew up on. I'm like, what? But I listen to it now and I enjoy it because I've expanded my horizons. And then I'm able to feel the communication from someone from back then. And what got me thinking like that is the Big Book. When I first read the Big Book when I was in treatment, I'm reading the story about this individual and I'm like, this guy says exactly what I say. What, were they following me? What? The story came from 1932? God, that was like 28 years later. I was born. How would they? I'm an individual. I'm unique. Oh, the pattern, you are, but the patterns are similar, aren't they? Similar, they're identical. That's how you can recognize it. They're using it to turn you around and go, see, you can lead a better life. Russia will turn it around and go, follow me, vodka's cheap, don't worry, I take care of everything for you. We work on that. We're not being attacked. It was us shooting down all the drones. They can't touch us. It's just falling debris that lands and started the explosion, but they were shot down, so we're in control. And debris is still hitting people. And then I hear the same thing happening in Straits of Hormuz and our military base. We shot those down. It was just falling debris. Oh man, they're using the same playbook too, because they think that if you're not familiar with that pattern and you're not educated with that pattern, they can use it on you and it's going to seem absolutely brand new and sensible to you when it's actually been used before. But you weren't aware of it because you don't educate yourself on current events or past history. So it's all new to you, so therefore it's got to be true. Jedi mind trick. Anyways, that's communication. I hope I communicated that fairly well. I hope you're able to understand and feel what I said. But I do want to thank you for joining us. I do want to thank you for joining us on the daily video, daily sobriety vlog. Thank you. It means a lot. Help us out with Venmo, Cash App, Buy Me a Coffee, Ding 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 Chime, Patreon folks. Thank you so much. This helps us with our outreach program that we can help people and reach out and help other people that are struggling, that don't understand that they're a victim of their own addictive pattern. And then once they're able to get some tools and able to learn a little bit of the path and which way to go, then they can create their own unique pathway. But it's all similar and the addictions are very similar. And, communicate with people. Enjoy Pride Month. Don't piss and shit on people because you're not one of them. Why do they got to be like you? And why are you worried they're trying to get you to be like them? They just want to be recognized. People that want to be recognized don't necessarily want you to join the club. They just want you to recognize it, acknowledge it. Just like a person that's being sober. And what do you say to them? Wow, 6 months? Congratulations, you're doing great. Hey, is there anything I can do to help? I'd love to be able to support you in some way, shape, or form. What makes it easier on you to stay sober this early in your journey? Just that kind of support. That's an outreach you could do with a family member, a brother, or sister. Today, Monday, June 1st, happy Pride. Happy Pride Month. 14,307 days, 39 years, 3 months, 1 day. 470 months I have been sober. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for following me. Thank you for likes, subscribes, all that fun stuff. Even thank you for the thumbs down, because then the algorithm will send this out to 10 more of your friends, because the internet, Mark Zuckerberg's a mean girl. So that way, 4 people that like me, hey, 10 people, and when someone doesn't like me, 10 of their friends find out. Then they watch and go, yeah, that guy sucks. And then that gets 10 more people. But then not everyone hates me. So then it's like 4 or 5 people that would never have known this. Well, that guy, I like what that guy's saying. And I got a sister that has problems with drugs. Hey, or I got a problem, or I think I do. That's how I get my community. So even these help me out. These help me out. These help me out. Even this will help me out. So when you get sober, you develop a thicker skin too. Kind of a cool way. It's like a hidden armor. But I've gone long with my Minnesota goodbye. So I'm going to say thank you. In the words of Ringo. Where's Ringo? Over here. There he is. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. Where'd you get the idea from, Ringo? Following John? We're all following John. Where are we going? Across the road. Peace and love. Thank you for being part of the community. Thank you for your support. And thank you for joining me on the daily sobriety vlogs. It means a lot. I thank you. Enjoy Pride Month. Don't piss on other people's parades. You don't have that. You don't even go to the parade. What's your problem? Some of them people are so patriotic, they don't even go to the 4th of July parade. I'm too patriotic for that. Whatever you got to tell yourself to get yourself through the day. Or as John Lennon said, whatever gets you through the night, it's all right. It's all right. Unless you're doing drugs and alcohol. Thank you. Appreciate you. Love each and every one of you. And communicate with people and share that with them too. Tell them you love them. Bye.